James Lynch here for Bodog. I'm so happy to be joined by my next guest, Quillan Salkilld, who's going to be taking on Jamie Mullarkey, UFC 325, January 31st, live from the airport. Quillan, how are you?
G'day, mate. How you going?
It's going well. It's going well. I know you're about to hop on a flight. You got a new opponent for this fight. I mentioned it there, fighting Jamie Mullarkey. How much of an adjustment has it been going from Rongzhu to Jamie Mullarkey?
Honestly, just the technical side, but both guys are tough. So I've been preparing for a hard 3 rounds in the bank at in Sydney. So we're training hard, focusing on my own skills, and nothing's really changed other than working on a few little different rule specific things.
Any concerns you wouldn't get to fight on this card? Because I don't imagine a lot of guys are lining up to fight you after that last knockout win.
A little bit after Rongzhu pulled out, I was just hoping that they'd find someone, but it was in the back of my mind that maybe they won't get me on this card, and I was looking at seeing what cards are coming up in the next month or so. So fortunate that they found obviously Jamie at home, and we get to see two Aussies put on a show.
And now that you're fighting Mullarkey, obviously really entertaining guy. Stylistically, how are you looking at this fight?
I'm expecting a bit of a scrap. I don't think we're going to be too technical. I think he's going to come at me and maybe try to put me on my back, and I think after a few wrestling exchanges, we're going to get straight to slugging, and I think it's going to be a belter of a fight, to be honest.
We still got some time, but take me through camp a bit. Who are some of the main training partners helping you get ready for this fight?
I got my main training partners, the guys in my corner. We got Bev, we got a guy named Wongy, we've got a guy named Ashley Rogers, who are my main training partners. I've been doing a lot of sparring with Seb Salazar, who's going to be fighting on the card on the road to UFC in the final. So he's looking real good. He's given me some really, really tough rounds. So I'm expecting a great win and from him as well early on. So this camp's been and going really well.
Will your corner remain the same? Who's going to be in the cage with you for this fight?
We got my coach, Ramel Luistro, and then we got Bevan and Wong in my corner. These are my day one. They've been with me since day very one. So, yeah, I'm always happy to have them right on my side.
I know you don't like getting paid by the hour. How do you see this fight playing out?
I think we get a TKO or a submission stoppage in round 2 or 3. Late round 2 or in the 3rd round.
Going to be a little biased on this one, but I got to ask, Alex Volkanovski, Diego Lopes, how's the main event of your card playing out?
How do I say that? Volk, of course. Volk, 100%. No doubt in my mind. I guess they're good.
Well, what do you think about him having to fight Diego Lopes? Because obviously he had to wait a whole year, and then he ends up fighting a guy that he already defeated. Some people feel like it should have been maybe Evoyev or Lerone Murphy. What do you think of Lopes getting the shot?
Yeah, I thought that was a bit weird. I thought, maybe Evoyev or was it Murphy would get that spot, but whatever. I don't know the outside details of the matchmaking for that fight, so yeah, it's kind of whatever, and I'm confident Volk's gonna get his hand raised.
I might be a little biased on this one, but what do you think about Dan Hooker and Benoit Saint Denis? Who's gonna win that one?
Hooker. Hangman gets it done.
Back to this fight. I know Mullarkey, maybe not the biggest name in the weight class, but if you get another win here, like how soon do we think we'll see you in the rankings? Because you're kind of getting to that point with some of the wins you're getting.
Look, I'm hopeful that after the next one after this will be a ranked opponent. If not, someone that's right on the edge, right on the cusp. There's a few guys that are right on the edge or just on. So I think in 2 more fights, definitely it would be proper ranked opponent.
Could last year have gone any better for you in terms of your career? Like, do you think, kind of looking back at how everything went, do you think it played out like about as good as it could get, especially finishing it off with that knockout of Nasrat Haqparast?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was, I didn't expect it to go that well, to be honest. I expected 3 fights, 3 wins, but mainly in the fashion that the last one, went. That was far more than I expected, and I didn't expect to. Obviously, I blew up quite a bit after that one. I didn't expect that. I expected more of a gradual increase over like 2 years, building my name, and then after that one, things are just exceeded my expectations, I'd say. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to look to redo the same year as last year. This one.
Do you feel like there's a bit of a changing of the guard going on in your weight class, right? Like we had Ilia Topuria become the new champ. Guys like yourself are really kind of making a name for themselves in the weight class with some of your wins. Like, do you see like things kind of transitioning from your, Poiriers and Gaethje's getting up there a little bit? Like, do you feel like you're part of that, where there's this sort of new regime coming in at lightweight?
Yeah, of course. Us, the young guys making a name for themselves and climbing the ranks, and I definitely see myself as one of those guys that are on the come up, and soon, especially in the next 3 years, I think there's going to be a whole new list of guys in the top 5, and I see myself there included.
I know you're an Aussie, but any interest in fighting on the White House card, or that doesn't matter to you as being
Hell
from outside?
Yeah,
you want to fight?
Sick.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be sick. That's that's something. That's like a special card that will go down in history as one of probably to be the only time that will ever happen, maybe. So, yeah, if I ended up getting a spot on that'd be insane. Obviously, I doubt I'd get a spot on that, but we'll see. And of course, if the opportunity came, I'm there 100%, no matter how much time frame they give me.
Okay, there you go. Do you think they'll pull off these 6 title fights? I think that's going to be kind of difficult. They couldn't even do that on UFC 300.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so, but it'd be something special if they did.
Yeah, maybe they can add some more like BMF titles or be a little bit creative with it. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think no matter what they do, that card's gonna, go off, and it's gonna be special no matter what.
And are you? I'm sure you're a guy that pays attention to the division. How do you think things are going to play out here? Because obviously we're waiting to see when Topuria comes back. I imagine Topuria is going to fight the winner of Gaethje and Pimblett, and then after that, maybe Arman gets his shot. But what do you make of what's going on at the top of your division?
Yeah, I'd never know, to be honest. I do keep up, but yeah, I do see Ilia coming back and fighting maybe the winner of Gaethje and Paddy. Even though I do think that Arman does deserve a shot, I would love to see Ilia versus Arman, actually, to be honest. That's the fight I want to see next. But yeah, I see the way that you said it. I see that's how things are going to play out.
Yeah. I think kind of by your answer there, but just want to clarify, like, do you feel like Arman is sort of the number one guy? I think a lot of people feel that way.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and that's why they want to see the Topuria fight, right? Like, because you want to see the best fight the best, so.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I want to see Ilia versus Arman. I want to see who wins that.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't know. If I had to put a bet on, I wouldn't.
I agree, because Arman's so well-rounded, but then Topuria's got that death touch, right? Like knocking out Holloway, knocking out Volk, right?
Exactly, yeah. You don't want him to touch you. You got to,
Yeah, it'd be a great fight. Okay, before we go, Downtime. I know you don't have much of it. Are you a video game guy at all? Are you a Netflix guy? Like, what do you like doing when you get that little bit of free time?
Oh, man, I like traveling around. I don't know. I'll just be doing random shit. I used to be into video games, but I can't really get into them anymore. They kind of bore me. I don't know. Whatever. I just play it by ear. Whatever's coming up and whatever's happening. If I'm not training, then I do random shit. I can't even put a name on it.
Random shit's a good answer. I'll take it. That's totally cool with me.
Random shit, yeah. Everything.
Yeah, I was going to say, you mentioned traveling. Any bucket list places you want to go? Anywhere you want to go that you haven't been yet?
Spain. That would be sick.
Yeah.
Spain and Greece during the summer. Yeah, that would be cool.
Gotta ask, just because I'm up here in Vancouver, have you ever been to Canada before? Because a lot of Aussies come up here. No, you've never been? Okay.
That might be too cold for me, mate. That might be way too cold.
We got good skiing up here. You got Whistler.
I don't know. I just heard today about the ski injuries. I don't want to go through that.
That's true. Yeah, you might have to put like an insurance policy on that if you go skiing or snowboarding, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be out for a year, all right? Just by skiing. I'll pick something else.
Yeah, fair point. Well, thanks so much for doing this, man. It is UFC 325 coming up here January 31st. Anyone you want to thank before we get out of here? Any sponsors, any social media you want to mention? I'll give you the last word.
I'll just shout out, my team at Louisville Combat Academy. They're the ones that that got me here. They're the ones that prepare me for, each and every one of my fights and make me feel, the best I can do leading into my fight. So shout out at the team at Louis Joe Combat Academy.